Yeah, I'm an artist from South Africa. Basically, I'll be doing this. Basically, it's like a biography about my life and how I've started up with art and with design, and I'll be telling you basically what I've gone through and what I will be going in Zerubakon, basically, where I was raised. It's a farm close to Goma lands. Not really good with destinations. But then, yeah, it was a farm where I grew up in mostly my most of my 10 years, and yeah, and I was just in one with nature, one with plants and everything, and animals. It was just cool like that. I was just brought up in that manner. And in terms of art, last thing I could remember would be my mom taking me to church every Sunday and making me draw just to keep me distracted. Yeah, she'd like pull out the pen and paper just for me to be distracted instead of making a noise in church or running around. And yeah, I just sit still and draw. I draw and draw until until we had to go. So I guess that's where it started because you know it's not necessarily something I could remember per se, but then yeah, it's a memory that I was told by my parents that I had this desire to draw, to create. I used to make objects out of cardboard, out of different materials. I just make cars. I used to love cars when I was small. So I'd make objects out of any material actually I could find, and it would it would make sense to me because at that time it's what I see. I grew up and I went to school. I was influenced by a lot of things. I saw people. I made different.
It's fun to be here. It's fun to start this. We don't know where it's gonna take us. We're just artists trying to freestyle in our space.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with Thapelo Ramahlo. We're just viewing his art pieces, and we're very excited about this project. You tuned in on entertainment, and you know what? We're just here, chilled. Want to know more about him? How does he do these things? And what can we get from him that it's very inspiring, that can inspire you also down there? Taps, how you doing? Great, man. So tell me more about you. Tell me about this good piece of artwork that you put in behind this.
Right. Okay, where can I start? Right, from the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, graduated from Zerubakon, my basic school is close to the south, like
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's where I started my drawing and everything. 'Cause I grew up with my parents, Thapelo Ramahlo, and basically, grew up doing art there and just flourishing from there. Yeah.
Right. And then, you've been doing art for a while. Averagely, how long have you been doing art?
Well, I started literally with my first art piece in grade 4, to be exact. In grade 4. Right before, I was just drawing everywhere, even on my mother's walls and everything. Yeah, so to be honest, the first art piece I've done was in grade 4, that was for school, and yeah, I just progressed from there. I guess.
So, were your parents supporting you on this journey?
I mean, I think they realized that I'm into this when I was in high school. Because that's when I was really passionate. I put my a whole lot of effort in it, and it was more focused rather than being a hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, primary was all about discovering myself. What do I really want to do? Who am I? It's still about that today. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I have a tunnel vision in terms of what I want to see or and what I want to do, honestly, in terms of art and design. Yeah.
So what do you want to be like? What's the end result of Thapelo? Let's say next 2 years.
2 years.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
I know, but one thing I came to learn, Taps, is that in life, if you don't set your goals clear, you won't have a direction. You know, if I can say, I mean, I know a little bit biography, Taps. I mean, her mom's gave me a story about him. That he went to school, and in school he was a powerful artist. And I mean, most of the teachers used to admire your work because they used to display. You guys used to have an exhibition or something. So I mean, the history is quite vast, and I guess what I'm trying to inspire or trying to knock in Thapelo's maybe intellectual or mind, it's more of what if we take a piece of art and we put it in an exhibition and you start selling the art? Will it be a problem?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
What I want to do in 2 years' time, I actually cannot twist it down.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cannot. What I want to do in 2 years' time, that's first of all short term.
Yeah.
I want to create a space for artists to grow. I want to create a space for people like me, to extend in terms of, your intellectual abilities, your vision, what you see, and in terms of, financial wise, day and
To survive,
age,
yeah.
have to survive, and to spread the word of, everything out there is because of it. It is life.
Yeah.
And it's not like we can change the past,
But we can make it better.
we can make it better in the future.
Yeah, but I think you know what this is a perfect platform. I mean, this is a network site, other artists, and we're gonna try to inspire as much as we can. I think the most important thing is starting, like we starting now. So this is your task. This is your shot. Go. So I mean, from here we don't look back because I'm sure we're gonna do more of artists. And I was thinking of the next week when you're going down in the farm, you should bring your canvas. Let me know what you need in terms of material, and then we can get some paint, and then you're gonna paint that thing and have another video.
Awesome.
And then after that, you can go to my sister and see if maybe she cannot put it up in a Rosebank gallery that is called Pro Gallery.
Okay.
So it's just trying to move into a different light as artists. I've been an artist for a while, and I know the difficulties and the hardship that goes through the artist. And I guess most of us is just that we need somebody to support us, and then if you support us, we can take it to a next level. Yeah, but it was great being with you, Taps. And I guess what inspired me is that before we go anywhere, I guess we should just turn the chairs around and then let Taps give us the idea. I mean, what inspired this piece?
Okay, can I just briefly just tell you what happened? Okay. These 5 artworks were done in high school from grade 11 to grade 12. Yeah. The rest was sold.
I can't catch those ones.
So these big ones over here were done in grade 12. They were my assessments, my projects for the terms, right? And these were from grade 11, and then that's where I just progressed. Each and everyone has a different story. And each and everyone has a different theme. Okay. Since we were focusing on this one is Okay, the theme was fragments. Fragments. Pieces that make something.
Yeah, I think you can get those. I don't know. Did you start it from the bottom, or what? I mean, how did you start it? How? I mean, give me everything. Give me a download.
Yeah, it basically works with. We were taught as painters to work with grids.
Yeah.
Grid. It's something that we use that will actually make our paintings more accurate. Okay, so it makes it easier one, and it makes it more adjustable.
So it's like a building block.
Yeah, it's like building blocks. It actually has bands and stuff like that. It's actually the concept I was trying to portray here was basically, each and every one of us as human beings, we are made from something, and we are influenced by something, and we have a story.
Yeah.
We have a story, and
We're inspired.
those
It's
stories.
powerful. It's a building block. You said he used the creep method, draw lines, vertical and horizontal lines. You make more of them, and you start putting it together based on the geometry or what.
Yeah, so basically it's basically making using art with math together, right? So just to put everything in proportion. Okay? So this artwork's theme rather is fragments. So what I was inspired by fragments is that each and every one of us as humans were influenced, are made, and we are brought up by little fragments, moments in time, moments in life that build us and make us. Okay? So I guess in a nutshell, it's every day that you live that makes you.
Yeah.
And that's what influence is. I call this 60,800 brush strokes.
60,800 brush stroke. You got that? 60,800.
Brush strokes. Because I multiplied the number of years I've lived, which is 18, times with the number of days they are in a year, which leads to the number of 60,000. And I basically compared my brush strokes with the number of days I've lived. So, yeah.
I mean, I can imagine. I mean, how were you feeling? What was the experience all about? I mean, this is powerful. 800 brush strokes. It feels like you are standing in the front of a canvas with these blocks of grids, and he was feeling it. Like every stroke that he pushed up into that canvas, it made it different.
It did, because I felt like due to time as well, because we were given like a very short time to finish this. But then I felt like that number of like that period of time that we were given, it actually pushed me to that state to create something that's beautiful. I feel as if it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. How long did it take
It took around about a week.
to be done? So you're quite efficient.
But,
Good for business, guys.
yeah.
You can trust him to deliver.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to this guy. I mean, this is a guy with the hand is right in front of his face, if you can see it. And I mean, it's the composition here, the mix of media. If you can come close, I mean, it's something else. Man. I mean, I'll just shift it around to give you a feel. All right, chaps, give me a feeling here. I mean, powerful picture. This is one of my favorites. I mean, I don't know how much is it gonna cost me for it. How much can I buy this with?
Let me just explain the whole
Okay,
thing.
cool. All right. I'm just getting caught up on the moment.
Yeah.
But we gotta just know more about it. So tell me, where did this come from?
Okay. Let's see. So this one was blue. guess it was for the final term of taught. And with you, I guess I pictured a moment in time like pregnant with skin as well. But then I felt like I had to capture like a moment where people cannot really see someone's emotion, but then you feel the presence of a person. They're trying to shut you out from who they are,
Yeah.
but then you feel their presence and you see them.
The part of the moment.
Yeah,
No, I mean, what you're saying, it makes much more sense now because it's giving me an idea of I'm here. You know, it can be maybe a story of a boy who's not even known,
yeah,
but because he's projecting his image here, it means that he acknowledged the boy. And when you look at this, I mean, your colors are fascinating. You know, this orange here with a mix of white and blue. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know, man. It's just unspeakable. I mean, you look at the background; it gives you that atmosphere as if this person is somewhere, you know, and yet he's here, right in your face. And I mean, what actually makes me more impressed with these paintings is the size. You know, it feels like you can walk through it. I'm a short person, so it's the same height as me. Might be my own definition, you know. But I mean, how long did it take you to paint this guy?
a week ago, 2 weeks also.
Were you using a quick method also?
I was using basically Jasper here because it was difficult because of the picture was like really blurry.
Yeah.
So that was a problem with this one. So
So you actually guess this person.
this one,
like this.
this one was all about Jasper. And yeah, it's just
So basically, the image you're using was kind of like an image printer.
yeah.
Just giving me an idea of. That's why I asked him that. Does he ever dream about his work? Because I mean, the person who can come up with this solution, it surely means this guy can dream, and he dreams big.
I mean, I see what I can't see. I see the end result, and I see how it looks like, and that's what I do. I take what I see and put it on canvas, like most of the artists. So this one is a frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he volunteered to take a picture like this. And the scenery behind around about this side, but I chose to make it
Which
blurry
side?
in here there.
Yeah.
In here there.
Yeah.
But I chose to make it blurry and to make you literally focus on the board and on his force of action by the hand, just neglecting me and just pushing you away from who he is.
Yeah. Powerful one. The time is not on our side, but I mean, there's a piece of art there behind him. If you guys can see, there's an old guy. I just want him to express it or give us an idea what he used and the technique that is actually happening in this space.
This was done in grade 11, right? So it was pretty hard to basically read and to rather make this, because it was not easy at all. It is very complex in terms of creating the detail here in the beard, creating the detail here in the face as well. So I started with the beard. I used a pencil, a pen that does not have ink.
Yeah.
And that led me to making like scratching and making marks on my blank whiteboard.
So you were chipping this board.
Yes, I was just basically chipping this board. And then I covered it in black painted graphite pencil, and I erased the parts that I had to highlight. So it's like basically drawing negative.
Yeah.
That's what my teacher
Yeah.
used to say.
Yeah.
It's drawing negative. And I guess I wanted to catch that image that, having light out of the darkness
Yeah.
type of feeling. And yeah, get to
Works
this.
out.
Yeah.
So what do you call this guy? I mean, Chinese boy?
No, I don't. I didn't give it a name to say, but
Is he a Chinaman though?
yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah?
He is. He's an artist as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. So he's an artist internationally. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I chose to just draw him. Yeah.
Hey, wait, free advertising from Taps, you know. I think we're glad to be here, and next time what we'll view is that we're going to take it down to what's the name of the farm again?
Zero before.
Zero Becom. No, not Limpopo.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, God.
2A's Ground. We'll be taking it down to 2A's Ground. This will be next week. Catch us, me and Taps again. And that experience, we want to catch him while he's busy doing his artwork.